I'm gonna put this away for now, but welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to talk all about how to actually listen to your body so that you can eat with love and intuition. And I also have a fun little surprise announcement that you kind of just got a sneak peek of. Whenever I hear intuitive eating practitioners or even like workout instructors saying, listen to your body, I want to roll my eyes because yes, duh, and how? Like so many women have heard this. Just listen to your body. Don't diet, don't push yourself, just listen to your body. And then they're like, great, Sally, how the fuck do I do that? How do I listen to my body? Or I know I need to, but I can't. Or I don't really hear my hunger cues and my fullness cues. Or I'm hearing some stuff, but I don't really know what it means. Or I know what it means, but I self-sabotage and I know I should stop when I'm full and that would be listening to my body, but I still can't. That is what we're going to be diving into in today's show, because listening to your body is just the tip of the iceberg. Obviously, I agree that you should listen to your body, whether you're listening to your body to decide about what to eat and how much, or you're listening to your body in a Pilates class. Like, yes, 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, I agree. And a lot of people don't know how to listen to their body, or they are listening, but they can't actually understand what they are, quote, hearing, or they're listening and they are understanding, but then they can't follow through with the action. Just saying, quote, listen to your body might have made you feel like you're broken because people are saying, just listen to your body. And you're like, I can't, or I don't know how to, or I struggle to. So I'm here to break it down and to show you that it is a lot deeper, but also when you do the deep healing, listening to your body becomes really, really simple and easy and pretty much effortless. As a society, we have been trained and conditioned to trust external sources of information and of validation. When you are dieting, you're following the diet, you're trusting the diet instead of trusting your body. When you are counting macros, you're trusting the calculator or whatever you're using to track instead of trusting your body. When you are counting calories, you are trusting the calories or the app instead of trusting yourself. When you are watching what I eat in a day videos and trying to model other people, or you're modeling your friends, you're trusting them, you're putting your power in them instead of back into yourself. So this is why we have such a huge disconnect when it comes to listening to your body, because there's no trust. Trust is a foundational subconscious root cause of disordered eating. Now, if you don't know much about subconscious root causes of food and body image issues, make sure to go back into other episodes where I talk very much in depth about the subconscious mind, and we will link some of those in the notes below too. Part of being able to listen to your body is trusting that that is safe. I can't tell you how many times women have come to me and said, I want to trust my body, but I'm so scared to. I'm so scared to trust my body and listen to my body. Because if I listen to my body and I'm not counting or tracking or measuring, then I'm going to spiral out of control. This is why trust is so essential. Me telling you to just listen when you don't trust is not gonna work. So that is a very foundational piece of this, and learning how to actually trust yourself is part of the deep healing work that we do inside of the Food Freedom Collective. And we need to look at the subconscious root of why you were taught or shown that trusting yourself is not safe. And the cool, interesting thing about the subconscious mind is that there may have been an experience earlier on in your life, in your childhood, where there was a lack of trust, but it had nothing to do with food or your body. It could have had something to do with school. Maybe you thought that you were correct and that you had the correct answer, so you raised your hand and then you said the wrong answer and your teacher made you feel really stupid and the kids laughed at you. That could be a core memory that turns into a little trauma in the subconscious mind where it says, oh, I can't trust myself. And then the next student raised her hand and she got it right. Then there's this creation of a story in your subconscious mind where it goes, I'm not trustworthy. I need to look to other people first before trusting myself. So this has something to do with school and logic and intellect. But then because food is a part of our everyday lives. And because a lot of people talk about food and a lot of people talk about dieting, our subconscious mind grasps on to things like food and to body image, when the original root trauma had nothing to do with food or body image. So that's a mini explanation of how some of these subconscious roots can work, especially around trust. Listening to your body is actually only step one, and there are 3 steps that we need to complete in order to feel like we are in harmony with our body. Step 1 is listening. What does that even mean? Like, if you want to listen to your friend on the phone, you gotta pick up the phone. It's gonna be kind of hard unless you can practice telepathy, which maybe you can, but it's gonna be really hard to hear and listen to your friend if you're not connected via the cellular towers. Pick up the phone to talk to your body. If you are working 24/7, if you're rushing and buzzing around, if you are distracting yourself from being in touch with your body, you are not going to be able to listen. We gotta pick up the phone. Picking up the phone could look like meditating. It could look like just taking a freaking deep breath before you open the fridge. It's about pausing and picking up that phone so that you can get curious about what your body is trying to tell you. If you have muted your cues, like you've picked up the phone, but you hit mute, you can't talk, you can't hear the other person, that's kind of what it feels like when you can't really understand or listen to your hunger cues or fullness cues. This happens a lot after years of restricting or binge eating, and it makes sense. Our cues are very delicate and they're very nuanced. So if you have been ignoring or manipulating those cues for years, it makes sense that they're a little bit fuzzy right now. But when you pick up that phone, when you create the space to listen and to receive a cue, you're going to slowly, bit by bit, release that mute and allow your body to give you cues again. Again, this is something that we go into in a lot more depth inside the Food Freedom Collective, but I want to give you the framework right here. We need to listen, pick up the phone, be open to actually receiving what your body wants to give you. So that's step 1. Now, step 2 is understanding what you're actually hearing. When you pick up the phone and you hear your friend and she's telling you about this date that she went on, you have to understand if she is celebrating, or you have to understand if her tone is kind of sad, like she's upset with how this date went, or you also have to pick up on if she even wants your advice. You can tell if someone is talking and they are wanting to hear your advice and your feedback, or if they are talking and they just want to be heard. The way that you understand what you are listening to is going to obviously impact the rest of that conversation and the way that you interact with that friend. So if you are listening to your body, and let's say it's 3 p.m. and you're listening and you're hearing, right, in quotes, you're hearing that you're feeling the slump. There's a bit of an energy slump, okay? It's the 3 p.m. afternoon slump. That is what you have heard from your body. There's many things that this could mean. It could mean that you need a nap. It could mean that you need to go to sleep earlier. It could mean that you need a coffee. It could mean that you need a snack. It could mean that you need to get some fresh air. It could mean that you need some movement. Feeling tired at 3 p.m. doesn't necessarily mean one outcome. This is understanding. You could be craving chocolate. Does that simply mean that you should eat chocolate? Not necessarily. When we go a little bit deeper and we understand what we're hearing, perhaps you discover, okay, yes, I want chocolate and I'm actually kind of sad and I have an association that chocolate makes me happy. That's why I want the chocolate. So yes, I'm gonna have some, and because of what I'm understanding, I'm also going to self-soothe and maybe do some journaling around why I'm sad. Listening is important, but if you can't understand what you're hearing, then you won't be able to move forward. Like, you won't know where to go. That's step 2. But if you're not in touch with your body nuances, if you don't trust that your body is here to tell you something, it's going to be very difficult to understand what you are hearing. That is step 2, understanding. Now, step 3 brings it all home. Step 3 is actually taking action. You've listened, you're tired, you've understood. Let's say in this example, your body's really craving some fresh air and you know that that is going to energize you. How many times have you understood what your body's asking for and then you ignore it? Or maybe you do the opposite. Maybe you're like, well, I know my body's really craving some fresh air and that would give me energy, but I'm just gonna get a coffee because that's quicker. That is not listening to your body. Well, I guess you're listening and you're understanding, but you're not following through, so you're not really eating with love and intuition. Now, obviously, sometimes there's an ideal outcome, and for whatever reasons, the circumstances don't allow you to do that, so you go for the second best. Okay, great. If that's intentional and it's aligned and it's intuitively led, perfect, love that. But let's just say that there are no obstacles in your way and you still ignore it. Why? This comes down to self-sabotage and lack of trust. Self-sabotage means that you know what's going to make you successful and yet you don't do it. And this originates from a root of, in the subconscious mind, lack of self-confidence, lack of self-worth, and just self-sabotage in and of itself can be a subconscious root. Fear of success, fear of failure, so many things. Okay, so that's something to look at. It could also be that you have listened, you've understood, but you're scared. You're like, I don't know if I can trust my body. This is kind of scary to take that action. Again, it's bringing us back to the subconscious root of a lack of self-trust. But when you heal your relationship with food, when you heal the subconscious root limiting beliefs around trust, around self-worth, around self-sabotage, and you're able to consciously work through the emotions that you're feeling around food, like guilt or stress or anxiety, you're getting out of your own way. And then it becomes actually quite easy to listen to your body, to be open to hearing those cues, and to understand, because you get to know your body so well. You can understand its nuances. And then because you've gotten the self-sabotage out of the way, and because you now trust yourself in your body, it's so easy to follow through and to take the aligned action because you love yourself. It's so easy to take the action because you love yourself. Those are the 3 steps. Listen, understand, and then take action. You can see there's a lot of deep healing involved. At the same time, once you do the deep healing, it does become very easy. Like for me, it is very easy to just listen to my body. I know exactly what that means. I know exactly how to do it, and I do it every single day. But if you haven't done the healing yet, if you haven't dove into the subconscious root limiting beliefs, then it's okay that listening to your body feels a little bit challenging. But that is where the healing comes in. If you want to heal your relationship with food on this deeper level, then go to the link below to watch my free 60-minute workshop all about how to eat intuitively and to use that 3-step method to heal your relationship with food, let go of the restricting, binging, dieting, and body dysmorphia so that you can have literally the best relationship with food ever. Okay, so we've broken down the 3 steps of listening to your body. Now, I said in the very beginning that I had something really exciting to announce, so let's do it. The Food Freedom Journal is officially available on Amazon. This is a daily 5-minute journal that I created to help you eat with love and intuition and heal your relationship with food and body image step by step every single day. It's also perfect for any of my clients. Just for a continual reminder, I use it every single day, and it follows my 3-step healing method using science and spirituality so that you can be really in touch with your holistic well-being, physical, mental, and soul, so that you can listen to your body, actually understand what it's asking for, and follow through with the most perfect aligned action for you. So every day is the same prompts, like a 5-minute journal, so that you know exactly what you're filling out. It takes about 3 minutes. There's an inspirational mantra at the top. All of them are written by me and inspired by the hundreds of clients that I've worked with around the world. And it's available on Amazon now, and I'm so excited. So we'll put the link below. I hope that you are able to get your hands on one, and let me know how you love it and how it impacts your morning routine as well as your relationship with food and your healing. That's all for this episode. Thanks so much for being here. I love you lots, and I'll see you in the next video.